Oh, we are pre-recorded today, ladies and gentlemen, and we just wanted to drop in. We are going to be traveling today. As you can tell, I'm all packed up and getting ready to go off to Canada. But one of the things I wanted to go over is the fact that we still have not changed our contention with Bitcoin. So we've been following this nice channel here and currently moving into what I believe is a fourth wave and have been consolidating into a nice little triangle down the bend there with Bitcoin. Our lower targets for this particular wave here is around $7.5 thousand to $8.2 thousand. Now, if we don't consolidate above that and break up above either of those lines, we could see a lot bigger of a downtrend, either for the end of what would be now then the fifth wave, or what will become the bigger one, hopefully, into our lead out to $50,000. The worst case scenario, again, is that this is a B wave and that we went up and then we come back all the way down to $1,500. Now, that is not super likely, in my opinion, at this moment, although it is still a possibility. And anytime there's possibilities on the table, we have to take a look at them just because it makes sense. Now, I went over something the last few days that I thought was really interesting, and hopefully we'll do a more in-depth video on this in general. But there's a study recently done about the ways to invest. Now, I want to jump out of trading because this area, this world for me is the trading world. I really like this. But from an investment standpoint, let's talk about investing in Bitcoin and the best time to do it. Obviously, the lows are the best time. But there's some studies now that have been showing over the last 20 years, at least with the stock market, if you were to have just invested every time you had extra cash in your pocket, you would have come out ahead by quite a bit. Now, you wouldn't have been as high as if you had bought at the very bottoms consistently, which is almost impossible, if not impossible to do. But just buying consistently, and it's not, I don't think it's dollar cost averaging. I think it's just about, okay, I have some money that I can invest. What am I going to invest it into? Pick your targets and hit it. Because often I think what holds people back is the fact that they just don't make an investment at all. It might take them years and years of time. You know, I've owned stocks. I've done like trading like with puts and options and calls and all these out of the money ideas. I own gold and silver, property, multiple businesses. And the thing that people often don't do is just make a move. You know, action is one of these ideas where if you make a move, even if it's a failure, if you keep making those moves, you come out quite successful. And this is one of the things with investing too, is that if you just keep making moves and investing, maybe it's only $100 a month or $50 a month, whatever amount it might be, whatever is accessible for you that you're not willing to spend that money for the next few years, you're going to come out generally way ahead of the game. Even if it was, and you had to have been investing in the stock market, you would actually have come out ahead. And this is one of the things that people don't often recognize, is that just inaction is what keeps you from being successful most of the time, not action itself, right? Not, oh, I bought Bitcoin at the all-time high. Well, look, the second time I bought Bitcoin, it was at its new all-time high of around $1,000, and I watched it tumble from $1,000 all the way down to $200, and I never sold it because I believed in the fundamentals. But as it fell down in price, what I started to do was drastically increase my ability of understanding in terms of what technical analysis is versus fundamental analysis, right? So technical analysis leads you into more of understanding what the hell these waves are doing. Whereas fundamentally, I bought Bitcoin because I believe in it. I've believed in it for a long time, so it's nothing new to me. I think what happens, and what happened in the channel last year, is that because I'm so caught up in the minutia of trading, because I love it, it's fun, it's exciting, 50% here, 600% there, like it just is nonsensical in the crypto world. But these are very different ideas, right? You have to really divide the line between trading, like speculation trading, and investing fundamentals for the long term, because they're very, very different games to play. Most people in this world, in the world of investing, just need to take action. So if you don't own any Bitcoin yet, go out and buy $10 or $20 worth of it from Coinbase, whatever your local thing might be. Quit watching and just take action. And that's what holds most people back. And then learn to do it all the time. Learn to make investments once a year, twice a year, 5, 10, 12 times a year, whatever it might be that fits your portfolio. Because none of this is investment advice, but what I can tell you from what I have learned over the last few years is that you just need to do, and then you'll probably come out way further ahead than you ever imagined. And this is something that I've learned as well, is that not to wait for the perfect moment or the perfection of a business idea to unfold, is just to really hit it off and go, okay, this is it. I'm going to do it. I don't care if it's going to go up or down. Fundamentally, it doesn't bother me. And And once you get to that mindset, it's a lot easier to become long-term successful. Anyways, I'm going to be on the road. We are traveling to Canada tomorrow and then off to Bali in the next few weeks. But what I would like to point out is the fact that I'm going to just be doing videos from the phone. But when we get to Bali, we're going to be introducing an entirely new educational module section to the website, as well as videos. So it will come with much more in-depth, well orchestrated content. I mean, I love going live. I like ranting. Part of this has become my character expression, so I'm deeply grateful to be able to share this. But again, what I do want to point out is that we're going to be diving into some just much more focused educational content for certain pieces. Obviously, we want to keep like the lively Tiho, because what would I do if I became boring? It would be so not fun. Anyways, give us a thumbs up if you like this content. Give us a thumbs down if you don't. Leave your thoughts in your comments. Write the word buy the dip or something. I don't know. Just buy whenever you can and learn later. Don't sell. Just learn how to invest. Learn the difference between technicals and fundamentals. And you'll come out ahead for all of this. Again, remember that investing in your own education is one of the best investments you can make. And you can start right now by doing whatever the hell it is you were going to do, but then yet have not done. This is Tea with the Arcane Bear. I'm signing off until I see you later tonight or tomorrow on my way to Canada. I will be stopping over in Toronto, so if anyone's still at the Toronto Futurist Conference, I've got around 24 hours there. Let's go for a spin around the CN Tower.